Amy Sunday vlog. It is bright and early right now. It is 6:38 a.m. I attempted to wake myself up at 5:30 today, but I ended up leaving my bed at around 6 a.m., which has been kind of a pattern, to be honest. On that note, let me just kind of introduce you guys on what I'm trying to do in this vlog. I basically want to show you guys my realistic 5:30 to 6 a.m. morning routine. For the past week, I've been trying to train myself to become a morning person. I have always thought of myself as a night owl because I seem to not be able to sleep at night and all of my creative juices are flowing in the middle of the night, can't really shut off my brain. I also struggled and still struggle to this day to get up early in the morning. Also because I've never really dedicated myself to trying it out, like by resetting my habits and making sure that I am really committed to trying to make this work for me. A little bit later today, once I have some caffeine in my system, I'll go ahead and elaborate a little bit further on why I decided to try out this experiment for myself and the impact that this has had on my schedule and my productivity, efficiency, mood, stress level, anxiety, happiness, overall general wellness, because honestly I am super surprised at the changes that I've witnessed throughout this whole experiment. That's what I'm calling it. I told myself that I am going to do this and be disciplined at 100% to do this and make this work for 2 weeks, and it's already been a week. I have my thoughts and everything, but let's go ahead and get some caffeine because the coffee is waiting for me in the background. It's still brewing. Before I go ahead and feed Romper, because he is literally right beneath my foot asking to be fed. Look at this guy. I literally groomed him yesterday and he looks so dang cute. Look at him. It was a little chilly when I got up, so I decided to put on this matching jumper kind of set from Alo Yoga, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get warmer and I'm gonna have to change out of this eventually when it gets a little sweaty and hot. Now that we fed Romper, got our caffeine, went through the outfit of the day, let's go ahead and go down to the makeup studio and put on some makeup on my face because, do you guys see this? I have a friend joining us today. Uninvited. While I'm doing my makeup, let's talk about why I'm even attempting to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some primer. One of the biggest reasons that I wanted to make this change, at least for the time being, to see if I can be sold on this morning routine idea of waking up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every single morning, maybe aside from the weekends, but you know, details. I really wanted to see if starting my days early and ending my nights early will impact my productivity in a good way. I've heard and seen so many people talk about how waking up earlier has changed their lives. Like there's tons of YouTube videos online, podcasts, in books as well, like Habits of Millionaires and stuff like that I really just wanted to try it myself because I've always told myself that I am a night owl. I cannot do the whole early morning thing because I would be miserable all day, every day. But I do think that it has merit and I want to give it a go. Before I started doing this, my schedule on the weekdays would literally consist of me waking up right before I have to jump online for my full-time job. I would scramble to do my skincare, to get some caffeine in my system, get some coffee, and then I would jump right onto the computer to do my full-time job from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day. And then after that, I would either go to a workout or my vocal lesson. And then after that, I would try to film my content and edit my videos for YouTube and Instagram and all of that stuff in the evenings once I am done with all of that stuff earlier in the day. That resulted in me working every single evening and also in the weekends as well, because I was just not getting everything that I needed to get done. I was always stressing out because I felt somehow always behind on everything, even if I was essentially working every single day for so many hours a day and into the weekends. So I was just not having a great work-life balance. And here is the real kicker. Although I felt like I was working all the time, because after my full-time job and doing my extracurricular activities after work and then trying to film and edit my videos for YouTube, it always felt like it was getting pushed behind. I was tired, exhausted, and that caused me to feel like I didn't want to do this. Like, to be really honest and frank with you, some days I would be dreading the fact that I have to film 2 videos and have to talk in front of the camera. After putting myself 100% in all of those previous activities, I really felt like I didn't have any more energy to give some days. That made me procrastinate even more, get behind on my schedule. So it was just a really bad, vicious cycle. So basically, this is my attempt at breaking that habit by flipping the schedule around so that now what I'm trying to do and what I have been doing is get up earlier in the morning, do my content creation in the morning, and then go into my full-time job because that's more sedentary. I work in tech fully remote, so I'm basically at home all day on the computer all day. So that's what I do. And then afterwards, I can do whatever I need to do, like go to the gym, vocal lesson, edit a little bit if I feel like it. But because I did majority of the work that I was supposed to in the morning and got it out of the way, and I have energy because, you know, it's the first thing that I'm doing in the day, that now my evenings will be freed up. Or that was the theory, right, that I was trying to go off of, is that my evenings will be free because I got all of those things out of the way in the morning. It's kind of similar to how some people work out in the morning to get it out of the way and they already feel accomplished and things like that. That's what I'm trying to do with my filming. I am super surprised. I'll get into kind of the impact it's had on my overall wellness. I know I've only been doing it for a week, but I am genuinely sold, you guys. There's a reason why people do this. I've gotten so much work done in this past week that I've been doing this experiment. Wow, this pimple is really hard to cover up. She does not want to have any product on her. That is all I'm really gonna do for makeup today because I'm not really doing much aside from working. This is the 5-minute makeup look that I normally would do on a day-to-day. If you are curious about my thoughts on all the products that I use, definitely go ahead and check out my other vlog. I think it was like the one previous to this one where I gave you guys a rundown of my 5-minute makeup routine. After that, in this new early bird morning routine, I would typically pre-film my videos that are scheduled to go live in 2 weeks. So I like to be ahead of the schedule at least by 2 weeks. I would film all of those videos now and then transfer them over to my computer so that they're ready for editing whenever I want to get onto that. But typically I would save the editing for later in the evenings if I do feel like working, or later during the weekends. I'll go ahead and edit all of my videos that I filmed that week. After filming, I would just hop on another computer for my full-time job as a UX UI designer and do my 9 to 5 or 8 to 4:30 in this case. But yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just feel like I had one of the most productive work days ever. Some days are better than others, but today was really, really productive, and I feel really good about what I accomplished. Like I said, after filming, I jumped into my full-time job and I still had enough energy to plow through the work day. Now we are approaching the evening and I still have energy and I'm in a good mood. I actually have social plans with a friend of mine. We're just going to do a very casual get-together at her workplace, watch a movie type of thing. So it won't be super exhausting or taxing or anything, but I typically try not to have social plans after work because with this new schedule, I do want to be able to wind down a little bit earlier in the night. That way I can get enough sleep as well and make sure that I can wind down fully and decompress and everything because I did so much earlier in the day. That said, I'm super excited to see her and catch up on life because I feel like we always have a lot of updates for each other when we meet. Because of this new schedule of mine of waking up earlier in the morning and getting things accomplished earlier in the day, I feel like I have so much more capacity in the evening to do whatever I feel like doing. I can either just work more if I wanted or if I wanted to get ahead of things, or I can just relax, do things with friends, do things with Charlie. It's just really nice to know that I don't have any obligations in the evenings anymore, which is just a total relief. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and change, get ready to head out and meet with my friend. I think I'm gonna change out of this because it is getting a little hot. Once I get back and start winding down for the night, I'll go ahead and give you guys a little recap of this experiment and my journey and how it's impacted my life in general. That sounds really cheesy, but that's the only way I can really put it. Good morning. It is the following day and I apologize. I wasn't able to film myself like getting ready for bed or anything last night because when I got back at home at 9 p.m. I was so tired. And I think that's one of the good things about having an early morning routine is that I am able to get tired early, which is also a new thing for me. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this in one of my videos before, like in one of my vlogs or something, but I have an extremely hard time falling asleep and staying asleep. Ever since I adopted this change, I've been able to literally sleep through the night like a baby, and I get tired around 9:30 and I'm able to fall asleep really quickly, which is just a huge monumental moment for me because I feel like I've never been able to do that and I never saw this happening. I mean, logically, it makes a lot of sense why I would get tired earlier in the night because I'm obviously waking up earlier in the morning, but I'm honestly not sure why it surprised me, but it did because I just feel like even if I wake up around 7 or 8 o'clock, I'm still unable to sleep until like 1:30 a.m. every night before I started doing this. Anywho, I was actually able to wake up and get out of bed before 6 o'clock today by like 5 minutes. I got out of bed at 5:55 a.m., which is better than 6 a.m., okay? Baby steps. I feel like this night owl to early bird transformation that I am currently trying is going super successfully. And I just wanted to give you guys a recap of some of the changes and impact I've seen so far, even with just doing this for about 8 days now, 9 days. First off, it's the obvious one that I keep on telling you guys about, and it's the productivity. I really feel it's bumped up my productivity level to a whole new standard, I guess. It's definitely increased at least by like 30 to 40% because by the amount of filming I've been able to do and editing, I was able to get ahead of my schedule by like 1 to 2 weeks, which is so incredible. The increased productivity obviously feeds into feeling very accomplished, feeling like I'm using my time wisely and really efficiently, produces a lot of byproducts as well because I feel happier. I definitely feel like I have way more energy and I'm just in a better mood overall, which is very strange. And all of that packaged together really impacts my stress and anxiety levels in a good way. It definitely decreases the intensity and the frequency of me feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, anxious about the fact that I have so much to do. It really has made a world of a difference for me, and I highly suggest you try it. Just commit to it. It's gonna suck for the first week, but just commit to it for like 2 weeks or just a week. If you just want to dip your toes in it, just try it for 7 days and I promise you, you will see some positive changes and it might be enough to convert you like it did for me. So there's that. That is everything. I hope you guys found this video helpful or inspiring. Maybe it'll will help you feel less intimidated by applying this change yourself. Let me know if you have any questions I would love to discuss. Actually, I am curious to know what time you wake up in the morning and what time you go to bed at night, because I feel like that'll be very interesting to see in the masses, you know? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate your company here. Please like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to stick around, and I will talk to you guys in the comments. Bye.